Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. So today I decided to film another buy or buy video for you guys because obviously there is so much makeup coming out all the time, and some of you guys really like it when I give my opinion as to why I will or I won't buy something, and then it also starts a conversation in the comments and you guys can let me know what you guys think, and then maybe together we can decide what we need to buy or what we need to say bye to. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video and that you guys find it helpful. And if you do enjoy this video, you know what to do. Please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. So before we get started, I do want to let you guys know, I'm just being honest here. There is a lot of makeup coming out, and I'm sure you guys know this, and I personally think it's too much, definitely too much. It is a little overwhelming, and I know it's just makeup, but I totally understand, like when you're obsessed with makeup, when you're passionate about makeup, it becomes overwhelming. And then for me personally, I have a YouTube channel, so it's like, it puts more pressure on me of what I should buy, because sometimes I buy things purely for videos, not just for myself. So I need to really like analyze what's actually worth my money and what's not. And there's a lot of things that I would love to buy for my channel to review for you guys, but unfortunately, and this is just me being so honest, people get it in PR way before it launches. So by then the tutorials are up and the reviews, and so most people actually already decided if they want it or not. So by the time I get my product, just like everybody else, and I do a video, no one really watches it. And then for me, it was just a waste of money, because a lot of the times, like I said, I buy things for videos, not just for myself. So I've been trying to be better about what I need to buy and what is like not worth it. Obviously, none of us need makeup, but you gotta make sure that the things that you're gonna buy have functionality to your life. I just feel like people are spending so much money on makeup and it's stressing me out. So that was my little disclaimer. So a lot of these products that I'm gonna talk about, I'm probably not gonna purchase them, but I still wanna give you guys my thoughts on them if you care to hear them. And of course, like I said at the intro, I would love to hear your thoughts as well. Let's make a nice little conversation in the comments. So per usual, I will be going into Trend Mood. If you don't follow Trend Mood yet, what are you doing? That is the place to find out all the makeup that's coming out, and probably the first place you'll see them coming out in. I'm gonna start out with the oldest release out of all of them, and then head to the newest one. So I wanna talk about the James Charles palette that came out, or dare I say, the mini James Charles palette. I ended up not purchasing like the first palette, the big one, even though I thought it was beautiful. And again, I didn't, because I don't really wear rainbow colors. Like, this is as much color as I like to wear. So again, even though I thought it was actually a really good price and it had great reviews, I just didn't want to put that money on that. I wanted to talk about the mini version. So it's only $26, so it went down $13 because the original one was $39. I don't know, like some people, I think it's very redundant that he did that. I also think that, but I also think it's something different that no one would think. Like, let me just make a mini palette. I really wish it would have just came out with this palette from the beginning. And then maybe if people end up really liking it, which they did, then maybe come out with the big one. Because I really think that the biggest audience is just regular people, and the smaller audience is makeup artists. So I thought, you know, for a regular person, you don't need a palette this big, especially for traveling. It's such a hassle. So I think the smaller palette should have came out first for you know, people like you and me. And then if there's makeup artists that like freelance that really love it and really just want more of a bulk option, then they should have came out with a bigger palette. So that's kind of what I thought, because if I would have bought the big one, I just wouldn't buy this, even though I do think it's nice that the size is smaller and it's cheaper. But that's, to me, that's just like, now you're really wasting your money. Unless you have extra money to where you can have a palette at home and one for traveling, but I just don't think that's very practical. That's not practical, and I'm trying to be more practical. Let me know what you guys think about this. I obviously see people's reactions like on Twitter and Instagram, but I would love to see, like, you guys, my subscribers, I would love to see your thoughts on this like relaunch. Like, what do you think about it? What do you think about it? So next, let's talk about Colourpop. So they just came out with the Bye Bye Birdie collection. They're probably coming out with a new collection as we speak, but I didn't necessarily want to talk about this collection, but I wanted to talk more about Colourpop in general. Obviously, we all know they come out with way too many collections, but I'm thinking, you know, companies usually, if something doesn't work for them, if something is making them lose money, they kind of stop doing that because they obviously just want to make money. And they come out with a new release like every week, and they've done this all year long. So obviously they're making sales. So obviously their main target market is loving it. For me personally, the reason why I don't really like that is because I saw this palette. I'll show you guys a picture right here. But to me, since they're coming out with so much, I mean, there's only so many color combinations that you could make. And I just feel like their palettes are starting to look the same, which, you know, it's kind of like, how much more could you change out of a pink palette or a neutral palette? So I just feel like they're gonna regret this because I feel like they're gonna run out of ideas. Because again, how much can you really do with a certain amount of colors and textures? Like, there's not much. So as of this palette, I won't be buying it, but and this palette, by the way, is only $18. I am interested in trying their Jelly Much shadows. They're $8 each, and they look really, really beautiful. And they have really beautiful swatches. I am super into like metallic shadows right now, so I think I will try these, but I would love to see it in store first. I'm very much like a person that likes to touch and see and try things before I buy them. So I am interested in that just because it's something different. You can add one of these to a neutral palette and take it on the go, and then you have your beautiful pop of color. Even though it's really hectic and overwhelming that they come out with so much, they have kept their prices down and the quality is still just as good in my opinion. Well, I don't know. The Kathleen Light's So Jaded palette to me wasn't that good, but I got so much hate for it, so I'll stop talking about that. What I don't understand is brands like Anastasia Beverly Hills, like they've been coming out with so much and it's so expensive that it's like, that is way more pressure on the consumer, especially because I know people like, I have a friend here on YouTube, her name is Nicole Cutler, and she has a YouTube channel, and I don't know if she's still doing this or not, she was collecting Anastasia Beverly Hills. So she was buying every palette. I have a feeling that she's not buying all these palettes now, just because it's way too much. I know the Norvina palettes are like a different brand of Anastasia Beverly Hills, but as much as you make them different brands, I mean, you're gonna have the same people that, if they love Anastasia, they're gonna want that as well. And I really think that they kind of dropped the ball on the two collaborations, the Jackie Aina and Carly Bible. I think it was way too much, and they should have given it its time to shine, and they should have given it time so people could show more looks with it. So this one's kind of random, but I saw this on Trend Mood, and it was this close for me to purchase it. So this is the Physicians Formula Holiday Collection, and they are the Murumuru butter palettes. It's like all their butter blushes, butter highlighters, and butter bronzers in palettes. So they ended up coming out with a bronzer palette, a highlighter palette, and then a palette with a bronzer, blush, and highlight. I personally think that maybe like a highlighter palette, yeah, you could get a lot of use out of all those different shades. But for a bronzer palette, I mean, in my opinion, when a company comes out with bronzer shades, I pick the one that's best for me, and that's all I get. I don't need like 3 different ones like highlighters, you know what I mean? Instead of this bronzer palette, I think what they should have done is made the bronzer, blush, and highlight in 3 different shades, like a light, medium, and deep, because that would have been amazing. So they're only $9.99 each. So imagine if they had your skin tone palette with their amazing products. So if you are fair, you're in luck, because I do have the bronzer, blush, and highlight for more fair skin tones. I use the deep shade of bronzer, and the regular one is just way too light for me. So man, if they would have came out with something that was for my skin tone, I would have bought that so quick. So I do like the idea. I think they're amazing prices. So if you're interested in that, definitely check them out. They're available at Physicians Formula, and then in November they'll be available in Target. Okay, so next let's talk about Totti Beauty, which is just like, what? I am so happy for her that she finally came out with the makeup line. If anybody trusts anybody over makeup, it's Tati Westbrook, because she has it all. She's tried out from the most luxurious to the most affordable. And she, I mean, it's so crazy. She will talk about like a $50 primer, but she'll also talk about a $2 eyeshadow. And she just looks for quality, and I love that about her. She came out with an eyeshadow palette that has 4 different textures. It has matte, sequin, metallic, and glitter, and it does have 6 different tones. So she has more of a black tone, a brown, a warm, a light brown, ivory, and like berry tones. The price is finally out. It's $48, which I think is, I honestly thought this was going to be like $65, kind of like Huda Beauty, and I was really worried about that, but I know $48 is still a lot of money. It's definitely a high-end palette, but I mean, naked palettes from Urban Decay cost like $52. So to me, seeing this big of pan sizes, so many different textures, and the swatches look amazing, and the reviews are poppin', I thought, you know what, $48, I'll take it. But I don't know yet if I want to buy this palette. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are praising her for the way she did it, but personally, I don't like that. I don't like having rows of like the same color and different textures. So my main thing is, I really want to try out her metallic formula because those swatches look amazing. And I just wish that she would have incorporated a couple extra shades. I'm just not a big fan of this kind of thing, because even though there are completely different textures, at the end of the day, there's only so many looks you can create because they are different textures, but they're the same tones. So you might be able to create a brown smoky eye or a shimmery brown smoky eye, but it's still a brown smoky eye. You know what I mean? I really hope she's into Ulta. I don't think she's talked about that. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's online only, but I would love to see this in person and do some swatches. But I'm still on the fence about it. Like, if somebody gifted this to me, I would be so freaking excited. But I'm still on the fence about if I should buy it or not, because again, I'm trying to be a little bit better with my money. But I'm excited for her launches. I'm excited for her makeup brand. I think that nothing is going to be average. Everything is going to be amazing as far as formulation. Obviously with the shades, everyone is different. Definitely let me know down below if you guys like this type of arrangement on an eyeshadow palette. Do you like that you get all the textures of all the shades, or would you like something more mixed? I would love to know that. All right, we got 2 more products. I wanted to talk about a new foundation that came out. This is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation, and it is a hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid and collagen, which is like... So the reason why this caught my eye is because I have been absolutely obsessed with the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. This has been my favorite foundation since I got it. I've been wearing it every single day. Since I'm so impressed with this foundation, I have a feeling that the next one will be really good too. And it has collagen and hyaluronic acid. I just have a feeling that that's gonna be what I like. I don't like super heavy foundations, but there's only 20 shades, and there's only 4 actual deep shades out of all the 20. There are so many light shades, and a couple medium tones, and then a couple dark tones, which really sucks because Maybelline has the budget. I mean, they're one of the biggest brands ever. You know, CoverGirl's doing it, and it's just weird because there's Maybelline Fit Me, and they have so many shades. So I don't know why they're not coming out with more shades with their new stuff. So it's obviously very disappointing, and you know, I obviously don't necessarily want to support something that's not inclusive, but I do know that a lot of you will find a shade in this, you know, not everyone obviously. So let me know if you guys would like me to review it for the ones that do find their shade, or if I just should not. I don't know what to do. I really want to try it. I just hate that it's not inclusive. Lastly, let's talk about the brand new Huda Beauty palette, MERCURY Retrograde. I don't know, man. The first time I saw it, I was like, holy sh, this is amazing. The packaging, I love the packaging. It's something different. And the shades, like, man, It just looks so nice. But it's a $67 eyeshadow palette. And to be honest, I do have 2 eyeshadow palettes from Huda Beauty, and I really do like them. But I have found better shadows that are not $67. So that's kind of like, for me, it's like, yes, I can tell you it's a good palette, but for a regular person, $67 for a palette, like, for me, that's expensive. Even for me that I have a channel, like, that is so much money. I really wish you would have bring her prices down because this palette looks amazing. I will say, realistically, I would not be wearing that really bright teal shade or the really bright blue shade. But other than that, I think that the rest I would be wearing. I think it's something different. I like the mermaid vibes that it gives off without the annoying mermaid vibes that every brand was giving off a couple months ago. I think that this was done very well. I think it's a really good palette. I love the color story. I think you could get everyday looks as well as really obviously colorful different looks. So I really do like it. If I just had money laying around, I probably would buy it, but I don't. So I just wanted to give it a shout out because I think it's such a beautiful product, but there's just not that many products that make it worth the money anymore for me, especially because this whole piece of furniture is filled with makeup, and it's just like, I am trying so hard to not be wasteful, and I'm trying to use it all up. Obviously, it's gonna take me forever, but I'm still trying to keep my channel with new products for you guys, so it's really hard. So like I said, I am really trying to see where I should put my money or not. I feel like maybe I would buy Tati's palette before this one, I'm not sure. So I'll keep you posted on that, but yeah, that was it, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Like I keep saying, let me know down below your comments because I actually would love to hear your opinions as well so that I can also make decisions on if I should buy things or not. So I love you guys so much. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos. I can do them more often. I already did one of these videos already, so I will put it in a playlist if you guys want to watch either or. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.